Welcome to the Dangerous Grounds Network, the #1 online radio network in the world. 100% American badass. Sponsored by Madison Rising. Kings Hollow. Redcon 1 Music Group. The Veteran Exchange. Combat Flip-Flops. Branded Warriors, Inc. Let's get dangerous.
Coming to you live from Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Dangerous Grounds Network presents the #1 morning show in America. It's the 3% morning show with your host, Sergeant Big Country. Now put on that PT belt, wash your cocks and change your socks, and get ready to stroke this freedom boner. Let's get dangerous.
On whiskey, and now here we come, and we're riding dirty. This monkey fade, 3 words for your fate. Just operate.
Wake up in the morning and I'm feeling kinda fresh. 5 pounds of bacon on my motherfucking chest. Carbon stained pillows, hands smell like lead. Under my mattress, gun safe as my bed. Loaded up mags, just ready to blast. ISIS flag when I wipe my ass. Blowout kick with my speedball bag. Dressed up in my tactical swag. Looked in my pocket and found 0 fucks until I pulled out my custom Glocks. Even wore multicams to my first date.
Wait, what?
Bitch, I operate.
We might be crazy, we might be drunk. We're sipping on whiskey, and now here we come, and we're riding dirty. This monkey fade, 3 words for your fate. Bitch, I operate. Bitch, I operate. Bitch, I operate.
Chillin' at the range, fire rate sustained. Lead showers when I make it rain. C-clamp like a motherfucking boss hog. Got more patches than you on my damn dog. 2 in the morning doing CQB, tiptoeing down the hallway.
My wife might hear me.
Got my Instagram game on lock, especially when gun bunnies be drooling on my cock. Got the whole crew like, we the best. When I drop loads, they're always suppressed. People say, haters gonna hate. I'm just like, bitch, I operate.
We might be crazy, we might be drunk. We're sipping on whiskey, and now here we come, and we're riding dirty. This might be fate, 3 words for your fate. Bitch, I operate. Bitch, I operate. Bitch, I operate.
Wait. What the fuck does operate even mean?
What's going on? Welcome to the 3% Morning Show with your host, Big Country. Maniac Monday. What's happening, y'all? Big Ron C, Mr. Big T in the house this morning. Hey, let's kick off this week right. Got a special little Saturday going on. We may or may not be doing some live feeds on somebody's birthday this fucking Saturday. We'll see what happens. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Had a good little show yesterday on Full Combat Load. Mr. CJ Ripka's show. Me and Big Ant was on there talking about Operation I Got Your 6-2 and a few other things. Here's some good points on some subjects about, the veteran community coming together and doing things together and living as one family. And, we got some haters out there. We all do at some point in time in our life. And, we hit a good couple of comments on that last night as well. We might get into here in just a little bit. But, glad to see everybody up and rolling this morning. How you doing, Big T, man, all the way over there in Arizona? Mr. Ron C. out of Oklahoma. It should be in North Carolina, but, you know, we'll take every little bit as we can. You know what I mean? If y'all are just tuning in to the show, man, y'all hit the title of the show. If you're listening to Spreaker app, come on into the chat room, say what's up, and so we can recognize you and all that good stuff and whatnot. And you know, we just love having all y'all with us this morning and kick it off right. So we hit a few things looking on Facebook and stuff like this. You know, one thing I want to hit on the subject is real quick is some service dogs, service animals for that matter. I seen a video this morning that reminded me of October of 2016. That really touched home for me because October of 2016, I tried to take my own life because of, you know, my demons. I just received a service animal from Regina and Mike and them up at Canines for Veterans up in Chicago. And this video that I watched was almost like I was watching myself. You know, trying to talk to my ex, you know, kids being around and stuff, you know, trying to do things for them and being caught up and clouded up in my head. And the night that I tried to do so, and whatnot, you know, I stuck a 9 in my mouth and pulled the trigger, nothing happened. And next thing I know, my service dog, Elena, was right there on the bed, you know, licking me on the face and was getting my attention. And I have to say that was the moment that I knew that, you know, she was there for me. You know, I kind of knew, you know, from when I got her and how she was reacting towards certain things that, you know, she was really there to do her job. But, you know, as time spanned, you know, you really notice how in tune you get with these service animals. And I think it's kind of messed up that the VA and the military does not recommend these animals anymore. You know, they don't just go in and write up a slip and say, hey, you know, we recommend that this soldier or Marine or whatnot has a service animal that it may help them. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. You actually have to go to a civilian doctor and get these documentations and document stuff done for some of these groups and actually put out there. You know what I mean? So, you know, thanks to people like Canines for Veterans and stuff out there that are supplying these service animals to our family. I know Ghost got his not too long ago. I'm sure he's happier than a damn kid in a candy store, you know, with a pocket full of money right now. So, got my candle going. I hear you, T-Man. I hear you. We're not doing too bad, man. We chilling over here. You know, son came by last night. We sit there and played with his little mini drone. And he's trying to teach me how to fly these things. Because that's one of the things that we're actually going to purchase for Operation I Got Your 6'2" is a mini drone with a camera on it. So that way we can film and take some overhead pictures and stuff like that. But, of course, I told him he's got to fly it. I'm not flying it in a room with 800 people. I'm not being responsible. Nah, I mean, I'll end up being responsible for it anyway. But, you know, it's still good to see, you know, he loves getting involved with these type of things, man. It really does. And, you know, it's good to see him that he does stuff like that. To show my hating, damn, I miss her. You know, I feel you, bro. I miss Lena too. You know, things happen for a reason in life. And, you know, I don't understand completely, and maybe it's not time for me to understand yet on why Lena's gone. Why she had a heart attack the night before we came back to North Carolina. I don't understand, really. But I do understand, and it's like Regina and Mike has told me before, you know, she was here, she'd done her job, she saved me, you know, from myself, and she was here with me. And, you know, all I can say is for those who have service animals and stuff out there, pay attention to the actions of your dogs. Lana, that last week and a half, her eating schedule was kind of off, which, she wasn't showing no signs of hurting. She wasn't whining or anything of the sort. She wasn't crying. I mean, she'd wait till I go to bed before she got up at 8, and I'd fill her bowl up. She'd eat the whole thing, and of course she'd have food during the day in her bowl and stuff. But I don't know, there was just something that just quite wasn't right. And I was like, well, once I get back home, we'll take her to the vet and let the vet take a look at her and see if there's anything wrong. But, it's, she didn't make it that far, That's right, Ron. Things happen for a reason. May not understand the meaning at first, and there's a lot of instances in life to where we don't understand the meaning at first. That, it takes a little bit for us to really understand what is actually going on. Just let's take the haters for example. Some haters used to be very, very, very close personal friends, and after a while you start noticing a trend, and it sucks because you wasn't able to snap them out of this trend, but you understand the reason why they're in this trend. We had close personal friends that used to hang out with us and stuff nowadays that are just, people like to tell lies. They like to put themselves in the limelight. They feel like they have to have a meaning, and that meaning is tearing and ripping people down. And, yes, we're saying Operation I Got Your 6-2 is the biggest veteran event of the year. And it's not the largest by any means. But what's going on, Mr. Lee? Yes, that's right. Remember the good times. Remember everything happens for a reason. And you're right about that, brother. It's everything does have its own purpose and meaning and stuff like that. And you're right. You remember the good times. Because that's what keeps you going through the day. Keep that muscle memory. That the thoughts of you or a significant loved one or a service animal or your brothers and sisters in arms and stuff like that. It's just like Ron says, we might not know the reason, but it eventually will come to us. And all we can do, be blessed, be thankful for what we have today, what we had yesterday, and be blessed for what we'll have in the future, because we as American people have a lot more than what other people in other countries have. And, we wish, or I at least wish, everybody to be able to prosper throughout their life and their family's life and stuff like that, because, we need some of that positivity and motivation from other people, every day. Somebody needs to hear some kind of words from somebody every day to motivate them, to get them to smile, to get them to laugh, because, it's proven fact. It takes more muscles in your face to frown than it does to smile. I mean, and it's true though, but when you help somebody and you're able to hear somebody laugh or hear somebody say, thank you for that moment, or thank you for what you've done and whatnot, and see that it really has changed and affects somebody's life, then that's epic, to be able to put that in somebody's life, because never know what anybody's going through. Even the richest man on the earth, billions and billions of dollars, striving company and stuff like that, there are still points in people's life that they're just out of it. Could be depressed and stuff like that. You don't have to be military to have PTS. It just is what it is. It's one of those things that people like ourselves who deal with it on a daily basis, I think it's our job to, teach our other brothers and sisters and the American people as much as we possibly can to be able to handle or be able to cope, or give them, tools that will help them through their life, get through this. I need a hot knife, win a mega, Rod, we heard from DC Benny, a few weeks ago, whenever he was on the live on the show, that, unagi is real. And just like other things that we digest and put in our bodies, they're supposed to, like mocher.